Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I have a project that I just kind of thought about doing this morning, and it's now the end of the day's wrapping down, and I just decided to go for it and make it. This is a project that's really just for me. Most of the projects that I do are for swaps or for my family or for friends or for gifts or whatever they're for, but this one's really for me. And I'm combining two things that I really like to do. The first thing is trying to get organized. The second thing is making a book. So what I did is I was thinking about all that I have to do over the next few weeks with Thanksgiving coming up. And I thought, oh, I need to start making my list. I am a huge list person. And so I thought I better start making my list because currently I think I'm going to have 19 people over for Thanksgiving. That may go up, but at this point it's looking like 19 people. And though I am taking some vacation time, I still work for the next 3 weeks. I have, I think it's 3 weeks. I have 3 more weeks that I work full time before taking the vacation time. So I decided I better get really organized. And so I thought, which Filofax am I going to put it in to get the best organized? And I thought, you know what? There are things that I do year after year that would really make it easier if I had it in one planner that was my go-to Thanksgiving planner. Now, last year I did my go-to Christmas planner, and I will show you that later in closer to Christmas, just because I think it's a really good idea where I've combined everything from my menus to my Christmas gifts to my memories to even a few photographs. And so I thought, well, why can't I do the same thing for Thanksgiving? So I decided to make a book. And honestly, it didn't take me that long to make it. I'm actually multitasking and doing another project at the same time that has to dry. And so I probably didn't spend more than maybe 3 hours completely on this book, and that's even already filling it out. So the first part of this is I'm going to show you the book, the products I use. The second part of it is more for my people who like to watch Filofax type videos, because it's the organization part. This is not a Filofax, but it's going to serve the same purpose. So let's get to supplies. I use some distress ink from Tim Holtz. I use gathered twigs and ripe persimmon. I use my homemade Perfect Pearls spray. I had this gorgeous brown trim that I had actually forgotten that I had, but I was looking for something else the other day and I ran across it. So when I was thinking about it, I thought, oh, that'll be perfect for this fall project. I had these little tabs that I had made for a different project, and I think it was using the preserves or from my kitchen. I can't remember. One of the two cartridges. And they're just little tags made out of craft cardstock. I use my Smash date pen. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but it does the date in it. I use flowers from Recollections and leaves from Recollections. And I used from Tim Holtz, I used this Thankful Silhouettes. I used this great big stamp here. The paper that I used was from Tim Holtz as well. It was his paper stash. And then I also used some various older papers from hot off the press. Now, I think I used a leaf paper. No, I didn't. I think it's all from hot off the press, but some of the papers that I used may have been from Provocraft. I don't know. It's some that's been in my stash for a long time. And then I used these 3 pens. I used Pure Brown, Pure Orange, and Wheat from Zig. And I used a composition book. So let me show you the back side of my book to start with, and then we'll kind of go forward. I covered the back and the insides with paper and the front with paper. So this is the back. It's kind of this foil embossed leaf, and this is from hot off the press. It's, like I said, it's an old one. I think it's something collage. It's a pretty old paper. And then this is the front of the book. I've got my trim hot glued on the side, and I hot glued some leaves with a piece of that trim and the flowers. Then I took a piece of vintage cream cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, and I stamped that big stamp in gathered twigs. And then I smudged over the whole top of it in ripe persimmon, and I taped it down. And then I sprayed over the whole top with my Perfect Pearls. And I don't know if the camera really picks up, but there's just this glittery sheen coming through on the paper, on the stamped image, and even in the flowers and leaves. Then this leaf up in the corner was actually part of the paper. And I used these crystal stickles by Ranger to kind of highlight that leaf. So that was the inside. Or outside. Now I only did 2 sections on the inside. Let me show you the back section first. To make the back section, what I did is I just pulled one piece of paper out and I covered it with this leaf paper, and this is from that Tim Holtz paper stash, the holiday paper stash. And then you see up here I put 2013, and here's my tab, and this says memories. This is where I will go around Thanksgiving time or after Thanksgiving and write down some of the most memorable times that we had as a family. The first section we'll do, this is some pretty paper that I don't know where this is from, but it was just in my stash and it's gorgeous. This is more of that Tim Holtz, and it's got recipes on it. And this one says planning. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase a, either use a paper clip that I have, or I may see if I can check in my local scrapbooking store when I go to the city the next time, because they have these really fun paper clips that are in shapes, and I'm hoping I can find that one that's in the shape of a leaf or a pumpkin or something and paper clip it here, because I do not have my shopping list is as part of the planner, because I don't want to take this shopping when I go shopping. So what I'm going to do is as I begin to make my shopping list, I will just have it clipped right here, and I'll just make it and keep it here until it's time to go shopping. Then I can just pull it out, because this is definitely not like my my day runner that I take, or my Filofax that I carry in my purse. It's not like those, and I don't really want it to be ruined. It just doesn't have the durability that those have. So as we come inside, this I can put pictures if I want. Right now it's just blank. But then I've put 2013, and then I've already filled out my menu. I've got my menu here and ready to go. Now that may have things added to it because it's still a few weeks away, I know. And then I have my guest list here. Like I said, right now I'm looking at 19 people, which may change. Now this one for recipes, I'm not going to write down every single recipe that I ever use, but there are certain recipes that my family uses year after year. In fact, I should have put this one last, but I had already written it before I thought that through. I will probably add more recipe sections behind, because there's a few things, some strange things that our family does. It's called frozen salad. We do a special sweet potato casserole, family recipe, or recipes that are tried and true that our family loves. And I want to keep those in here, and I'll probably just staple them in, make a copy of them and staple them in, so that I always have them here rather than digging through my recipe stash every time I need them. The next one is decorations, which again is currently empty. And this I will put either a photograph or maybe even my actual place card in here. I make new place cards for my guest every year, and so that will be in here. And then I'll just probably jot down in here how I set up the tables to fit that many people in the house, and what napkins and things I used. Now we get to the organizing part of that even further. Now this is where I've started to break things down. So I put keeping organized, and this first section is just your general things. I need to make place cards. I need to clean house. I need to check and make sure that I have plenty of dishes and glasses and plates and silverware. I need to go shopping. Those are just the general things. Then as we come into the week of Thanksgiving, and you'll notice this last one here is blank. On the side, I've dated the dates. This is November 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. This is Thanksgiving morning. And as it gets closer to time, probably not even until the 27th, but I'll sit down and I'll say, okay, at this time I need to put in the turkeys. This time I need to start the ham, and those kind of things, so that I have it planned and ready for things to run smoothly. I kind of tend to get really, I don't want to say stressed, because I love to have crowds over, but I do get more I get busy and realize that things aren't being done efficiently. And so I'm hoping that this will help me be more efficient. So then here on Monday before Thanksgiving, I'll get my turkeys and start thawing them. I'll make my sweet potato casserole. I'll make my frozen salad, things that I can really do ahead. So far on Tuesday right now, it just looks like I'm making pies. On Wednesday, I'll do my last minute shopping for just those things like the fresh vegetables and those things that you can't buy too early. I'll get my tables set up. I probably won't set the tables, but we'll get them set up and ready. And those kind of things, I have it listed here. So for this is the kind of stuff that I would normally keep in my Filofax and on a to-do list. But because I want one just for Thanksgiving, then I want to have this to be my reference guide every year. No matter what Filofax I'm using or what day planner I'm using, I want to be able to have this. And then I can jot down notes. Okay, this is what worked. This is what didn't work. And I've got lots of room to do it. So there we have this year's Thanksgiving organization. So thanks so much for stopping by today. And remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.